Hi everybody and welcome to my vlog. This is Christina, but you know me as Suzuka369. And I'm sorry for not been doing any videos lately, but my camera still sucks, so you just have to endure it, sorry. And I can't make my high definition camera to work. Sadly. Sorry. Plus, I've been busy, you know, I kinda have a life, just kinda, so sorry. I'm more active at my blog, but I guess I could give you the link to that one later. So I'm going to do a book review about 50 Shades of Grey. I'm on book 2 called 50 Shades Darker, and the third part is called 50 Shades Freed, I think it was. I'm almost done with this one, the second one. And first of all, I want to say that E.L James, I like the way that she writes because she doesn't waste time describing everything in detail. Mostly books, when you read them, in my point of view, it's like they're trying to give you a freaking blueprint. It's called blueprint, sorry. Oh, English. It's like they're trying to give you a freaking blueprint of the room. She entered a room, it was 30 square feet with a dark mahogany floor from 1895, and the walls were green, the roof was white, and she had that many shelves, and that corner, and here was a chair, and there was a chair, and here's a table, and there's a dog or something. You know, it's like I don't need to know everything. E.L James, she gives us the opportunity to use our imagination. She doesn't describe every single thing in the room. She more like, she walked into this huge room and it was color-coded in black and white, modern furniture. You know, like, she doesn't waste too much time on describing everything. She concentrates more on the story. And I think she does it really good, actually. And most of the books you have to read like half of the book until the story starts. You just read and read and like, come on, start already. In the 50 Shades trilogy, you read maybe like 20 pages and the story starts. Maybe even before 20 pages. It starts quite fast, and there's things happening all the time, so you never really get bored. And I think I think she writes in a really good way, because the way she writes, it kind of reminds me of the way I write my stories, because I do some writing. And if it gets published or not, well, only time will tell. So I'm not finished with anything, like far away from finished, but still. So the 50 Shades trilogy so far, it's quite good. I like the stories. Maybe a little bit too much sex, if I can say so. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what 50 Shades is by now, but for those who doesn't, it's a love story between a girl called Anastasia Steele and a CEO, like boss, whatever, like, I'm not really sure what CEO stands for. A really, really rich guy called Christian Grey. So it's a love story between those two. And I don't want to give away too much about what the book's about, because maybe everyone hasn't had time to read the 50 Shades of Grey or 50 Shades Darker yet. The third book is called 50 Shades Freed. But I think it's labeled as a romantic novel. I would probably rate it as an erotic novel, because this is actually something that I don't like about the book. In the book, I mean, yes, you just in love, you just fell in love, and of course you like bunnies in the beginning, like bam, bam, bam. But, I mean, a normal person, in my point of view, I mean, everyone is different, but in my point of view, a normal person needs some rest, you know. Just going bam, bam, bam gets you sore. So you probably want to rest a few days until you healed, and then you can continue with your bunnying. Apparently Miss Anastasia Steele does not need rest. And I start to suspect that Christian Grey is a sex addict. Just suspecting. I'm not really sure, but that's my point of view. So the thing that I can get annoyed at is that, actually I sort of get a little tired of it. Maybe it's just a little bit too much sex in it, but other than that, it's really good. It's a great story, and when you read it, it's like, oh, I wish it was me, you know, like this really hot guy, and it's actually I don't care about money, but you know, that the love story in itself, that because I can recognize it, that she doesn't really think that she's pretty, even though she's really beautiful. She doesn't see herself as beautiful, and she doesn't understand, why does he love me? I mean, I'm not pretty, I'm not beautiful, but she is. So I can actually recognize myself in that, because ever since I was young, I have been bullied for being ugly, and the last 2-3 years, no, wait, 4 years or something, people started saying that I'm beautiful and pretty, and going from being called ugly to having people say that you could become a model if I wanted to, that's just like, whoa, just what? I don't think, are you drunk? But slowly she starts to understand that she's pretty. I guess at least that's the point of view. That's the idea I get, and I recognize it in myself too. And the insecurity in the relationship that everyone has, you know, there's jealousy, there's you don't know what the other person thinks or how they would react to some things. I mean, we all know it, and I certainly know it. I actually have got a lot of tips from this book for relationships and such. It sounds quite sick, sorry, and it sounds so weird, but actually I have. You can actually learn things, both sexually and socially, and other things. I don't know. So it's actually a really good book, good story, good writing. I like the way she writes. So, good story, writing, such. Is it something that I dislike with the book? I would say the sex part, a little bit too much. Just a little bit. Something else I don't like. Well, there's one thing that I don't really like in a book, but I'm not sure how people react to it. But Miss Steele, main character, Miss Anastasia Steele, and Mr. Christian Grey, well, how should I explain this? They don't shave their private parts. I mean, they write in the book, you know, that they're unshaven. And when I read that, I was like, what? This is a modern society? And like, oh. But then I kept thinking that, oh wait, some people actually do like when it's unshaven. Oh. So I can't speak for everyone, but me personally, it's something that I wouldn't really... It's not something I prefer. Or... I mean, they have bought... Someone has bought the rights and they want to... At least this is what I heard on the internet. That they want to make a movie out of this book. I'm just a little like, okay, wait. You're gonna do a movie about this book. Is it gonna be a romantic movie or is it gonna be just porno? Because they have quite a lot in this. Are they gonna make a censure or over everything? That's pretty interesting. And I mean, it's just curious, how the hell will they do this? So I will wait and see, and I will look forward to it. But back to the part. That's probably the thing I don't like in the book. I think like hippies or something, like, okay, this is not the 70s, this is 2013, okay. But then I also thought that, oh wait, some people like it unshaven, and well, it's your body, it's your decision, so I really have nothing to say about it. The characters in the book like it, so be it. If they like it, they like it, and they keep it on. This is fictional characters, why do I talk about this? Yeah, so, your own body, your own decision. No one can force you to do it if you don't want to. That's the point, yeah. This is so embarrassing. I really don't know what to say. I mean, like, oh my god. I was close to saying oh my god in Swedish, sorry. Herregud, liksom, oh my god. It's 50 Shades of Grey. Like, what do you expect me to say? So, I'm almost finished with the second part, 50 Shades Darker, and I'm going to read 50 Shades Freed. And I look forward to it, because, you know why? When I read a book, I always open it at the end, and I read how it ends. If it's a good ending, then I can read the entire book. If it's a crappy ending, I don't want to read a book. I learned this from when I read, it was actually an English book that I had to read for an English test. And the book was awesome, I loved it, I couldn't stop reading. But the ending in the book sucked. It was horrible. The entire book I would give 10 out of 10 points. But the ending made me give the book like 1 or 2 out of 10. Because the ending screwed up everything. Completely everything. So ever since then I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be fooled again. I'm not falling for that one again. So this time I always read the books at the end first. Then I know, okay, it has a good ending. Then I can read the entire book. So, and I know a lot of people react to this now. That, oh my god, you can't start reading at the end first. But, hey, it's my decision! You know? If I want to start with reading the ending, I will. Because it's my decision, you know? So, I already know how the 50 Shades trilogy ends. Oh yeah. And it's so exciting, I can't wait until I read everything so I know what happens. But until then, yeah. Next video vlog that I would like to upload is a review on, wait for it, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. It's a game from Studio Gihbli, and yes, it's Japanese. And I don't know how it is in the American versions and such, but in the European version that we have, or, well, my boyfriend has, you can choose between English speech or Japanese speech. And when we found out, we were like, yeah! So of course we chose Japanese because, well, it's Studio Ghibli. For those who doesn't know what Studio Ghibli is, just fucking google it.com. Sorry, just Google it. It's really good, you know. They have made a lot of good movies, you know. For example, Ponyo. I saw, what is it called? The guy with the glasses or something? He made a review on Ponyo. Oh, it's quite good, you know. I like Ponyo, it was good. It's about a fish that becomes a girl. I don't know how to describe it really. Sorry, but Studio Ghibli is really good. So in my next video log, I will do my best to make a review on Ni no Kuni, The Wrath of the White Witch. So I'll see you next time, and until then, take care, love you, bye bye.